Phil Vick having some trouble. Phil Vick having some trouble here. More trouble for Phil Vick. Dmitry Belevin now to the lead. In trouble for Phil Vick. Comes off track. And we'll take a look and see what happened to Phil Vick. He got a little bit loose right there. Comes off track and gets in the grass. He's going to lose a couple positions. So Belevin gets by and really back down quite a few positions. Missed or drops 4 positions, it looks like, for Phil Vick. He goes back live. And Dmitry Belevin to the race lead. So again, sorry for that, for losing the stream, but we're back up here. Hopefully we got a second stream headed your way right now. And Dmitry Belevin is the leader. And if it's not showing up, it should be showing up here very shortly. Belevin the leader, and Deacon now into second position. Novar third, Vick back to fourth, Valles back to the 5th position. So we've had some shenanigans here in race number 2 already. These guys getting things shaken out here for race 2, so very different look here up front now. We've had a challenge here this week with this, this week with the computer situation, or the modem situation, I should say, and also dealing with now some weather situation. Take a look here as Lucas Sifter and Emerson Surkowski. It actually looks like, take a look at those guys. Surkowski came around here. It looked like, actually that's Surkowski there. It looked like Lucas. Oh, Surkowski missing that turn, comes around. And now getting things dialed back in. Look at this battle here. Andres Valles, Phil Vick. As Dmitry Belevin is our leader. And a good side-by-side racing there with those guys. As Phil Vick there tried to hold off Andres Valles. Dmitry Belevin here showing his strength here in race number two. He could be a new winner for us. Yeah, we are getting some drop frames again from this this stream here, so I really think I got a modem issue, so I apologize for that, but we'll get that taken care of, that's for sure. Mata Adika running in P2. So good run here from Mata. Just behind him, Ritsky Novar. So a couple Psychopath E Racing guys joining us and racing together. And Phil Vick running in the 4th position. Valles is in 5th. Lucas Sifter in his first race out here in a while. I think he's been doing some traveling, and he's now battling Dennis Yudichin. Yudichin on the outside, or on that right side there, as Lucas Sifter tried to get by. Yudichin got the preferred line here as they enter this turn, and I think Emerson Surkowski looking at these guys out of the front of his machine on board here with him as he runs in P11, and this is getting nasty right now. This is getting nasty. Good battling here. Dmitry Belevin is our leader and continuing to hold on to that lead. Got a pretty substantial lead now for him. Mata Indica is second, Novar third, Phil Vick is in the 4th position. Iqbal Kurdiawan and Alexander Meshkov having a great battle. Kurdiawan on the inside. Now, does he have enough speed here to pull off that pass before the right-hander? And he does. And that puts Meshkov back to the 7th position. Iqbal Kurdiawan now up to P6. So good run there for Iqbal, and good pass, textbook pass right there. Great passing opportunity through Brooklands and Luffield. More battling here as Surkowski and Sifner. Surkowski diving over to the inside, setting up this corner. And Surkowski now gets around, takes over that position. He's up to the 10th spot as Lucas Sifner falls back to P11, and I don't think this battle is over. Surkowski now setting his sights up front here on Dennis Shuderchin. Great running here, and I'll tell you what, that's going to leave the door open for Lucas Sifner. He's now back in it. He's on the inside for this right-hander, and he might end up taking this spot back over. Not able to do it, man. Surkowski slams the door on him, and I think we might have had a great three-way battle here, huh? Great three-way battle. Look at this, Ritsky Novar and Mata Indika. Ritsky Novar, Mata, both members of the same team. Phil Vick has a bird's eye view of this. And look at this battle here. Ritsky Novar on the inside as Mata up on the outside. And they're still not figuring it out. Ritsky Novar holding on to that spot. Actually, Mata holding on to that spot or reclaiming that spot. I don't think this battle's over. I don't think this battle's over here. Ritsky Novar going to the inside. Now on this right side is Mata, and then Mata takes back over that spot. Great battle there between the psychopaths. Phil Vick watching this, and he likes what he sees, man. This is some great racing here. A little bit of a lonesome race since Dmitry Belevin took the race lead. Take a look at our side-by-side view here as we're on lap 14. Definitely halfway through this race, side-by-side, as we take a look at our race leader. Also Phil Vick running in the 4th position. Looking ahead at that battle out of the front of his machine. You see Dmitry now rolling up on some lap traffic there, getting around John Stanley. Out of the front of Phil Vick's machine, you see that battle between the psychopaths. That's P2, P3 just ahead. Dmitry Belevin in control. Take a look at Andres Valles. He running in the 5th position. Got the big win in race number 1 in that Toyota, running in P5. And, man, things getting serious up here ahead with Mata and Ritsky. Phil Vick running in the 4th position. Andres running in 5th. Iqbal Kurdiawan is 6th. Meshkov 7th. Revian Gumilar 8th. Emerson Surkowski is 9th. And Sifner now taking over the 10th position. Actually, this guy's battling back and forth side by side. Couple BMWs there. Some great racing there. One of our Ukrainian drivers and one of our Canadian drivers battling it out. Such a cool international flavor here at High Octane Racing League, and racing these other types of series has really helped that. The IndyCar series had a great diversity as well. BTCC, of course, our GT3, and it spills over into our stock car effort as well. We'll back up here with our live feed, I believe, as we're watching Dmitry Belevin, our leader. Now, you got to be wondering whether these guys are going to be able to run down Dmitry here. He's on lap 16. You got about a minute or a second and a half to separate those guys. whoever's watching today, coming back and watching the stream. I appreciate that. Coming back, and we've had some trouble here. In the last week, I had a disconnect here, and I think I've had some trouble with. I got disconnected from the race that I was in last week. I was running in third at Bristol. As we start to see Ritsky Novar starting to close in on Dmitry Belevin here. This is getting serious here on lap 17. Ritsky Novar now hunting down Dmitry. Ritsky Novar is a really good race car driver too, and he is closing in on Dmitry Belevin. So as I was mentioning, I was running third with like 8 laps to go at Bristol and got disconnected. Had some disconnects earlier too in a testing session with the trucks on Tuesday of last week, and man. So Will, our expert tech guy, software engineer, says probably your modem. So I'm going to have to, or router, whatever you want to call it, I will have to call them and get a new one. And this battle now shaping up here. Just 3/10 separate these guys. And I think Ritsky is faster. He's Phil Vick's gotten around as well. Phil Vick's gotten around. Look at that Mata giving it a shot. Or excuse me, Ritsky giving it a shot. But take a look at this. This is Phil Vick getting around Mata through the front stretch. He says, it's go time, man. It's time to go and challenge for the victory. Phil Vick having a better race now in this race 2 as he did race number 1. And again, great battle up front. Great battle up front here on lap 18. With our side-by-side view. On board with Ritsky Novar on that right side. I'm looking at Dmitry Belevin, our leader. And you're going to see Novar. He seems to be a little bit better in different portions of the track, and he is now closing back in. Just got to find a way to be able to get around. Not an easy task at this track, and he is giving it a look. He's on the inside. Dmitry Belevin, our leader, but Ritsky Novar on the inside and not able to pull it off. Dmitry slams the door. Oh, Ritsky going to the inside here for this turn. Leaving the door open for Ritsky Novar. Dmitry going to give up that spot. Ritsky Novar takes it. Is he going to do the crossover move? Ritsky Novar down to the race lead. What a pass there. Ritsky Novar ran down Dmitry Belevin. Tried to get around a little bit earlier. Couldn't get around. Head over to the right side of the for the turn. Be the left side of that car, but and set up for the right-hander, and now takes the race lead. Ritsky Novar, our new leader. Dmitry Belevin now back to P2. Phil Vick in third. Mata Indika is in the 4th position. So here on lap 20, new race leader. Phil Vick now running in the 3rd position, trying to close in and get around Dmitry. He's on the outside now, and he's going to have a left-hander, so not necessarily the preferred line, but if you can clear that car behind you, and he does, then you might be okay. Now he's going to set his sights on the race leader, so Dmitry starting to give up a few positions now. Phil Vick now up to P2. Ritsky Novar, the leader. You see Mata running in P4. Five laps to go. Ritsky Novar, the leader in the BMW. We've got some new winners headed our way this time, right? Andres Valles, I think he's going to get his first win. He got his first win earlier, and maybe Ritsky Novar. So it was the Bezhikov Vic show in the first 2 races. Those guys got sweeps. Race 1, race 2. Split up last week. And across the start-finish line will be on lap 22. while Kurdiawan now battling Andres Valles. Valles mired back in traffic a little bit, but now finds himself battling Kurdiawan for the 5th position. It looks like Kurdiawan going to take over that spot. This is a great battle here between Valles and Kurdiawan. Oh, maybe a little bit of a contact there. Oh, more contact. Kurdiawan and Valles swapping some paint here on lap 22. Kurdiawan takes that spot. These guys getting after it. I don't think that battle's over between the two of those guys. I don't think that battle is over. As we see Ridsky Novar as he crosses the start-finish line to start lap 23. This side-by-side battle here between Valles and Kurdiawan is getting serious. Meshkov in this action as well. So great battling there as we're watching Ridsky Novar hour later. Those guys absolutely getting after it. And it looks like Kurdiawan's dropped back a little bit. Kurdiawan's lost some positions. That was a great pass there, sequence with those guys. And Kurdiawan lost some positions, I believe. Take a look at this as those guys come off that last turn. There might have been some contact there between Valles and Kurdiawan. Some more contact. And Kurdiawan, he had to play some, he was struggling trying to keep that car on the track because there was contact. Look at that battle there. Kurdiawan, Revian Gumilar as well. Meshkov, Valles. Ridsky Novar says, I want nothing to do with that stuff. As he is the leader. With just 2 laps to go. Phil Vick in second. Dmitry Beleva now back to third. Indica fourth. Meshkov in the Ford. Running in P5. Good top 5 run here for Meshkov so far. This battle here between Meshkov and Valles now heating up. Meshkov says, hey, I'm trying to hold on to P5. What are you doing now? Valles wants that position. He's trying to get around Meshkov here as we're approaching the final lap. And these guys getting after it right now. Hard right-hander here as we're on the final lap. When these guys cross the start-finish line, they'll have 1 lap to go. And this is a mess right now. As Ridsky Novar now has some company from Phil Vick. Phil Vick is running down Ridsky Novar. Gumilar's had some trouble. Gumilar, I think he ends up spinning. He gets in the grass. Oh, no, spins. Final lap, and he spins into the tire barrier. As we're seeing this battle here between Phil Vick and Ridsky Novar. Ridsky Novar is the leader in the BMW. Can he hold off a charge from Phil Vick? Couple Beamers here beating up on each other. Novar fought so hard. Through Brooklands, through Luffield. Around Woodcote. And Ridsky Novar going to head down that straightaway and get the race win here in race number 2. So Ridsky Novar takes the win. So congratulations to Ridsky in getting the win here in race 2 at Silverstone. Great job there to him. Great battle between he and Phil Vick. And Valles as well. So a great job to Ridsky. Everybody tried to get into the screenshot. So a great job to Ridsky Novar on getting the win. And Dennis Shudich and Lucas Simpfer having a battle here for position. So great job to Ritsky Novar in getting the win. What a fantastic race there that he had. Not only Valles fell back there in the field, but it really a great battle there. And then also that battle between he and Phil Vick. And also Dmitry Belevin as well. So great job to those guys, and sorry for the trouble that we have had today here on the stream. I apologize for that, but that happens sometimes. So we'll take a look at the final results here. Ritsky Novar gets the win. Phil Vick finishes second. Dmitry Belevin finishes in third. Mata Idika finishes in the fourth position. Alexander Meshkov finishes fifth. Andres Valles finishes in the sixth position. Iqbal Kurdiawan in seventh. Revian Gumilar finishes in the eighth position. Finishing in ninth is Emerson Sirkowski. Dennis Yurchin finishes in P10. A little bit better turnout here for race number 2. Luca Simpner, welcome back to Luca in the BMW, finishes in P11. Gordon Carter 12th. And John Stanley finishes in the 13th position. So a great job to those guys. 2 winners, 2 races here today. And hopefully we'll be able to get these guys up into in the broadcast booth here. So Valles says he is leaving. He's not going to be able to broadcast for us or give us a we're going to be able to give us a interview, I don't believe. We'll see.
A lot of soul.
You.
All right, hey, we're joined up here in the broadcast booth by Ritsky Novar. And Ritsky, man, what a fun battle you had with Mata in race number 1, and then you come away with the race victory in race 2. Wow, had to be a lot of fun for you.
Well, I hope it was as fun as me as it was for you. It was very exhausting 25 laps.
Yeah, this track is not super technical, but when you start getting around other guys, they're trying to gain position. It really does take a lot out of you.
Yeah, it really demands especially in the BTCC, the push-to-pass management skills, because the full 100% charge is not enough for the whole race. So you have to yield in some laps and then push in a few more.
It seemed like that, you spent some time, fairly far back from P1, but then, within half a lap or a lap, you were right there on the back end of the car. Talk about how you were achieving that, or how other drivers were achieving that as well.
In general, because the race is wheels due to their tire being worn up, so basically being a real wheel drive car, I just needed to stay there, give enough pressure on the early laps So then when the front wheel drive guys got slower, I can emphasize on their lack of pace.
Well, next week we have the final race of the season, and we'll be at Gateway Road Course. One that when I got out and tested some BTCC stuff to try to figure out which U.S. tracks I was going to use, I got on this one and I just fell in love with it. It's a short track. You're looking at somewhere, maybe 45, 50 seconds or so, maybe a minute to get around the track. Have you been on this road course? If so, what do you think about it? Or if not, what are your concerns about coming into Gateway?
One thing for sure is that I'm a little bit concerned about pretty much the energy management side of things, because if I recall correctly, the Gateway road course also has the oval part on the race. You basically need to save a lot of hybrid energy coming into the oval to get a lot of top speed, and also it also will influence the setup, because you have a slow speed zone and a high speed zone, so you need to balance those two aspects. And pretty much I'm looking forward to race in the new track for me in Raceway, because I didn't race it on the Indy Championship last time around.
Well, hey, congratulations on the victory. Thanks for everything that you do for us at High Octane Racing League. Another victory for the Psychopath e-racing community, and a good show for you guys today as well, and good luck to you next week.
Thank you for hosting a good race. See you next week.
All right, that's Ritsky Novar joining us up here at the broadcast booth, and thanks to Ritsky for all his help. Appreciate that, and hopefully we're able to get we're going to get a full copy of this stream coming up to you, so don't worry if the stream is cut out again. We've had some issues, there's no doubt. We have some weather on the East Coast, and I'm having a little bit of issues here on my end as well. Saturday Night Thunder headed your way, Lord willing, coming up a little bit later tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Beat the Broadcaster Nights in a 120-lap race from Texas. I'm going to get out here a little bit early and figure out what's going on, make a few phone calls here, so I appreciate your understanding. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. And congratulations to the winners today, Andres and Risky. We'll see you next week at Gateway. I'm out of here.